very much. Let me start by congratulating Muslim Council Britain for this initiative and all the other initiatives that have been forthcoming since under the leadership of Harun Khan and the team. I think this is a symbolic symbolic of the progress that's being made within our British Muslim community and our institutions to demonstrate the pluralism and the vast diversity of thought, of interventions, of humanitarian, charitable, academic and arts contributions to society. And a lot of it, I'm reflecting on everything that's been said here, and really this gives you a glimpse of an insight into a British Muslim community that is evolving, that is adapting, that has challenges, that has progress, and everything else in between, like every other community. And Muslim Aid is very proud to support and sponsor this initiative, as a number of the other initiatives that are forthcoming from the Muslim Council of Britain. And I think that this is a positive step, an indication of what the future looks like. Some of the past that many of you, similarly to ourselves, have grown up in, there's a reason why most Asians support Liverpool and Manchester United. That's because growing up in Birmingham, if you try to support Blues in Birmingham, you'd get your head kicked in at that time if you end up in front of any football ground. 40 years later, my daughter works at Blues at the Birmingham football ground on the weekend, hosting and hospitality. You can see the shift that's taking place just in 40 years alone. And so we are experiencing an evolution in the making. Now, it may not be recognized, it may not be sensationalized in a way, because either we're good Muslim or we're bad Muslim. Either we're fundamentalist Islamist or extremist or moderate. Pick your, A, B, C, D. Choose one. Well, we reject all of that because there is such plurality in our faith, in our community, in diversity and everything and beyond that we're very proud of. And we have, as any community, warts and all, challenges at all. I'm not a huge fan of the integration and isolation debate, in all honesty. I believe it's more about singular notions versus pluralism and the plurality of thinking and our expression. I'll end with the fact that you, Sheikh, mentioned a team that Manchester United beat just on the weekend, Liverpool. I've been fortunate, and it's all about experiences. My experiences growing up in 80s and 90s has been very different to my parents' experience. And my children's experiences in Scouts, in Girl Guides, in the church, because the mosques don't run these programs, plenty of the mosques, there is evolving, but these are experiences that they've had which are very different to mine. So I'm trying, as a parent, to give our children different experiences to the ones that we've had. And that's all we're doing. And I really don't want a spotlight shone on my head about what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Hence I had one of the BBC evening programs in Birmingham come over to my home and spend an evening at my house to see what a Muslim does. And I thought it was terribly boring viewing it. This is, of course, not something that Akil had commissioned, because this is...
Sounds terrible.
Sounds terrible. Terrible. So he had a choice to make. Really? You want to come into my house and film us? I mean, how boring is that? Or you could reject it and get some other loony possibility of saying something other. So we always have this dilemma. Accept and take the responsibility of representing everybody, or reject and cry after. So we all in our lives go through the experiences. I think I was supposed to talk about Muslim Aid, but anyway, the thought process that we're going through is a complex one, and it can't be narrowed into binary terms, is the essence of what we're saying. And we all get it right sometimes, we get it wrong sometimes. I've taken my child, he loves football, and he plays for Cadbury's football club, and that's been a beautiful experience. It's taken me all over West Midlands. And I've seen segregated communities which are white, I've seen segregated communities which are black, and I've seen segregated communities which are Asians. To shine the spotlight on segregated communities only in the context of Asia is a very incorrect outlook. And that's why I do not want segregated community at all, but social mobility kicks into it a bit, and it takes almost 40 years to move into an area which is mixed, to find them all running away in a very short time period. So anyway, the essence of what we're saying here is that this is a wonderful glimpse into modern day British society and everything else in between, and we at Muslim Aid are attempting to do our bit, not to be spotlighted as, hey, the British Muslims doing homeless food programs, or doing Grenfell, or doing aid, we're doing it because we believe that's the purpose of our existence, and that's why we as aid or humanitarian and charitable organisations exist. If you want to film us, come film us. If you don't want to film us, no problem, go away, but we'll continue to do what we need to do, and that's why we do it, and that's our mantra, that's our prophetic tradition, and that's why we exist. So thank you very much.